5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everyone, to the Biscuit Baddies podcast. My name is Gab.
And I'm Vince. And today is the first episode of this new kind of podcast, mostly on YouTube because podcasting is very expensive. So I will let Gab explain what the subject of this podcast is.
So, Biscuit Baddies is a podcast all about cookies, biscuits, related snacks, where we'll talk about the cookies, just have general conversations about life and stuff like that. And yeah, I think we can get started with today's cookies, and I'm gonna let Vince introduce it and open it for no specific reason at all.
Just to let everyone know, when we recorded the first recording was with the Oreos cookies, and Gab ripped the shit out of the package.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no evidence of that.
So today we don't have Oreos for the first episode, but we're gonna start with a classic also, the ChipsAhoy. So let's dig into it. Here you go. Nice presentation. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 rows of 6 cookies. So quick math.
I don't fucking know. I'm terrible at math.
Terrible too. And this is a special guest, Aristotle.
Yes.
Big dog Aristotle. He is my cat, so he's gonna be hanging around.
Yep, and he's gonna scream a little bit once in a while.
Yeah, and he's gonna be present in the podcast. Friend of the podcast, Aristotle.
Yes.
All right. So let's take the first one.
Yep.
Take from the middle. Oh, they are really small.
They're so tiny. Shrinkflation. That is shrinkflation.
Yes. In my memory, they were bigger.
Yes. Or we were just very small children, and it's been so long since I had ChipsAhoy. But
I remember them being bigger.
Yeah, I think they were a bit bigger
before.
But I was usually eating the little baggies of ChipsAhoy, so it's like the little medallions.
I remember at the Carnaval de Québec, they gave us little baggies of cookies when I was in primary school. So this is nice. A deep memory,
core memory.
Yeah, core memory. So,
cheers.
First test. Dink.
As dry as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
The taste hasn't changed in like 15 years.
Yeah, very dry.
Yeah.
And in this podcast, we talk the mouthful.
Yep. And since our mics are like right here, you might get some juicy ASMR cookie sounds.
You also have to have milk with cookies. And I expect we're gonna have milk for like salty cookies. Or we can have other things.
We'll burn the bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
And by that I mean we're gonna have milk and whiskey and rum with
whiskey and rum and Coke.
Yep.
So yeah, original cookie, very dry.
Yep.
But chocolatey taste.
Yeah, like the chocolatey taste is not too overwhelming, which is nice. I like that because I'm not a big fan of chocolate personally.
Yeah, but it's like very generic tasting.
Yeah,
because I don't know what the cookie part of the taste it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be vanilla? Is it supposed to be other things? It's very plain.
Yeah, it's a blank canvas.
Maybe like sugar cookie.
Yeah,
only sugar, I think. So
yeah, it's very, very basic. And like the taste hasn't changed like since I was a kid. So I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah.
But like it's at least it's a classic that you can rely on if you like know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, but it's not my first pick when I go to the grocery store.
No, it's not even one of my picks personally.
No, all right. I usually pick something like funky or I like the ChipsAhoy rainbow.
Yeah, those are good.
The chocolate are better, I think. I think it's just mental though, because it's the same chocolate.
You heard it here first. Gay cookies are the best cookies.
Yeah, gay cookies.
I'm bisexual, so I'm allowed to say that, by the way.
I'm not, but I support. I support.
He's an ally.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna do the milk test now.
Yes, we are.
So grab another one. I love how you take small bites and I just shove all the
Yes.
cookies. in
I don't
my
know. I
mouth.
just like being like a little bird with food, with hand food,
Mhm.
just like breaking it off and just eating it like a little bird.
Yeah, but I see when we're gonna taste test the dad's cookie. They are big cookies or the Big Daddy cookies.
True. Good luck trying to eat those in one bite.
I think it's gonna be a bit. I will try. Don't get me wrong. So dunk it. How long do you dunk cookies?
I don't know, just until it feels right.
Yeah, but do you ever dunk Chips Ahoy?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been like again like 15 years since I last ate a Chips Ahoy,
Mhm.
but yeah, usually it's just Dunkin'. I like to swirl it around a little bit.
Yeah.
I doubt it does anything, but it makes me
All right.
feel good, I guess.
So I will take some cookie and
Much better.
Mhm. I'm gonna have to mop the floor after this because you're dripping.
I am dripping. I'm a messy eater.
Yeah, but me too. For your defenses, me too. Yeah, with milk is kind of good. Oh
Yeah.
god.
It removes the dryness, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, for
But-
sure, for sure. God, I'm so tired. We went training this week, and my leg still hurts.
It was like 3 days ago, by the way.
It was Wednesday.
Wednesday, and today we're Saturday.
Yeah, so
Just for reference.
but I remember when we got out of the gym, there's like little metal steps to get down to the parking lot, and I almost fall over. I was walking like I had a rough night, but it was just
Yeah.
a rough 38 minutes of training.
Yep.
And when I came home, I tried to sit on the toilet and I just fell over on the side. So I just Gab, bro, can you help me stand up? And he just said no.
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 I
But
don't help people. I don't do that.
I was at my job. I was walking around because I walk a lot at my job. And we have cameras everywhere, so we can see patients and everything. And my colleagues just made fun of me for walking funny all day. And I was walking slowly, so at the pace of our patients, because I work in the eye care industry, and 80% of the patients are like 65 and older. So
And the other 20% is his friends.
yeah, and families.
True.
But we have it's not 80%. I am just extrapolating, so it's more like 60% maybe, because there are a lot of families, because I work in a small town inside of Quebec City, so it's like a little town that doesn't want to be in Quebec City, so it's another name, and those people.
Yeah, and it's basically a suburb of Quebec City.
Yeah, and the people are very proud to not be inside of Quebec City.
Yeah.
They are very proud of it. Everyone knows everyone there. So yeah, it's a small town, but everyone comes. There is like 2 optometrists in the area, so it's either another the other one or us.
So they don't really have a choice. Or they could go to
They
Quebec
could
City.
go to Quebec City.
It's
and-
like right. It's like not even 10 minutes away.
Yeah, and many people came from Quebec City too, and
Yeah.
in La Sainte-Lorette, this is the town's name,
Yes.
La Sainte-Lorette. I don't know where is the new Lorette, par exemple.
Loretteville, maybe. I don't know if it's older or
Loretteville, and I don't know.
I don't know because it just has Lorette in the name
Yeah.
as well, and it's kind of close. So.
Yeah, true.
But I don't
Maybe.
know. I have no idea
So
if
it's La Sainte-Lorette. So we are in Quebec City, so we mainly speak French. So maybe I slipped some French in the podcast.
and you'll just have to deal with it.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna do French lessons.
French cookie lesson.
Tabarnak.
Calice.
But I'm not as good in English as Gab.
Yeah,
because-
I used to live in Alberta, which is, for if you're not Canadian, it's in the western half of Canada,
Yeah.
and they pretty much only speak English. And there are small francophone communities, which is where I lived, and I went to a francophone school, Catholic school,
Oh yeah.
but I'm not Catholic, not anymore. Well, technically I am, because they did not like, it was not what's the word? I was not excommunicated, but I just thought,
I can do that for you.
yeah, excommunicate me. However, I will burn in hell though, which is nice. It's gonna be nice and toasty.
Because you're bisexual.
Exactly.
But I used to live when I was really young, in London, not London, Ontario,
Real London, not fake London.
United Kingdoms. My dad had a job opportunity to open some offices from his previous job there. So I went for about 2 years, I think.
And how old were you again when you lived there? You
I
were
was
like
4.
a little 4. Okay, but you
Yeah.
still you lived there. Like you were
Yeah.
not like a little like 5 months old baby. Like you were
Yeah.
a child.
I was a child and I started learning English at this age watching TV. So that was quite an experience, and I could have lived longer there, but there was another employee that was more available than my dad to continue opening the some branch of this company, and now they are not a part of this world anymore because
They went bankrupt.
they went bankrupt and was bought by the competition, and the competition went bankrupt. So my dad worked there for 35 years. He had a car from the company. He had an office, and then he just got laid off.
Yep.
He got a good check being laid off by the company.
He did.
He did. Like 12 months of pay plus. He could work for the competitor. He really had it good for him. After 35 years, I guess.
It's the least they could do. Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
It was a big American company, so each years or each 5 years, he received like a book when he could choose something to have as a gift. So he got like a smoker, he got a fire pit, he got always something. And now a smoker, he lives by it. He always smokes salmon, always. And he smokes his whiskey too.
Oh, like directing the smoker.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's cool. So maybe one day you'll try.
Yeah, maybe.
But coming back to the when I lived in United Kingdom, there were 2 people in this room living in the not peoples, but there are 2 things that were there when I was there. There's me, and there's another thing. I'm just gonna get it because this is part of my childhood and my life.
Oh my goodness.
I present to you Gros Canard, or in English, Big Duck. So Gros Canard was my childhood plushie.
I can see that. I don't think I've ever
You never
clocked
saw
it. I don't think I've ever clocked it. I might have seen before, but I didn't know it was your childhood.
He doesn't have any filling in his neck. He has a hole in his ass. The beads for his eyes are scuffed. But this is my childhood teddy, I guess.
Yeah, plushy. Teddy, yeah.
And yeah, I love Gros Canard, and I have a picture. I can maybe put it up with Gros Canard at the airport in London. So yeah, good memories.
Nice.
So yeah. Woo. So yeah. Ad breaks. This episode is sponsored by us because this is the first episode. So
yes, in our very luxurious studio.
This is my apartment. There's my bed right there, and my desk right there.
And well, obviously his kitchen right there.
Yeah, right there, and the washing machine right there,
Yep.
and
And my apartment right there, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. When I asked you yesterday if you want to play Minecraft, I was thinking about just connecting our PCs with a LAN cable because we're so close.
we could have, but it would have been a hassle to
Yeah.
actually do.
Yeah. Did you had a date
No.
last night?
No. I
was thinking about that.
Like,
Maybe he
if-
doesn't want to hang out because
if I had a date, I would have told you I had a date.
okay,
I asked a girl out for last
Yeah.
night. Not the same girl. a
not the same
different
girl.
And also no answer after 3 days.
Rip.
So yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah. Yesterday I ordered McDonald's. I played Skyrim for the first time. I played for like an hour and got nowhere. But yeah, was I watched the F1 qualifying for the sprint today because there is a sprint today, and the sprint is like live right now, but there is a race tomorrow at 4 if you want to watch.
No.
I know you don't like F1.
No, I don't like watching sports in general.
When-
Even like esports, to be like I like watching people play games,
Yeah,
but I don't like watching people play games professionally, and I don't like watching people play other stuff professionally.
but I think like esports is like another settings, so it's not like when I watch someone play a game on Twitch, it's chill. It's
yeah,
okay. When I watch sport, it's okay. Sport like F1 is like is an unattainable sport, I guess. But
for sure.
like esports, I like I don't like the settings.
No, me neither. Anyway, it's a dying.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a dying like thing.
yeah.
Because they can't make any money,
Mm-hmm.
and
But they rely only on sponsorships.
yeah,
So
and sometimes they have to take like unethical sponsorships, like steak, which is really bad, or like
there is
other,
a
like,
steak F1 team,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
and this is now the kick sober steak.
Yeah. And they suck too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, as they should.
The Nico Hülkenberg, one of the pilots, had a great run in qualifying yesterday, but he was demoted in Q2 in the second round of qualifying. So yeah, last year they made like 5 points. My favorite pilot was with Steak, but now he is back to Mercedes as a reserve driver. Is Valtteri Bottas with his magnificent mustache and magnificent mullet.
But
But,
he looks Australian, but he's not, right?
He's not, but his girlfriend is Australian.
right,
So
right.
he is. What did they say? They are unofficial Australian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, he made an ad for Uber Eats when he wore like a one piece, very tight one piece. It was very 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 funny, very good, and I like Valtteri Bottas. He is funny. We went to the grocery store just to buy cookies. We bought
for this show.
yeah, we bought like 4 kinds. So Oreos that we used.
But we're not gonna talk about the special cookies though.
Yeah, so Oreos because we tested one and it was trash. And
One episode, by the way, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, the pilot episode.
Yeah,
I guess that will never be released because it's shit.
yeah, and it's not color graded properly. Our setup right now is kind of scuffed, but it actually works relatively well. Whereas the very first episode was super scuffed, and
Yeah.
like
We used this pilot episode to see what we were missing. So mics. So we got like lavalier mics. In French, we call those micro cravate.
I did not know that.
Yeah. When I talked about it at work, I told my supervisor because I bought some micro cravat, and I thought I bought little ties. So yeah.
That is funny. I mean, it would be funny if we just both wore mini cowboy. Why? For no reason. So I guess it
Yeah.
wouldn't be funny, but
I don't think I have ties,
I have
or
two.
maybe
I have 2 or 3 ties, but
I don't have ties. I have like both.
Nice.
Both.
Nice.
Because in another clinic I used to work, they were selling Procure bows for prostate cancer research. So we added to available for everyone there, and I used to buy it each year. So I have a ton of bows, and each year they were like extra that we put in a cabinet somewhere. And one day I just took it out in, gave to some peoples, and kept one of each for like 5 years, the 5 year before. So I just don't got the one for last year because of complicated things that you know about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't talk about Bruno. Disney, don't sue us.
Please, not yet, at least.
Is this Disney?
Yeah, it is Disney.
Alright.
One of my favorite Disney films too.
I didn't saw it.
I recommend
Not
it.
yet.
It's good. It's yeah. It's funny because like I've always lived in Canada, and like but like since I've moved around quite a bit in Canada, like between Quebec and Alberta, and like since the culture between Quebec and Alberta is very different. Like I don't know, I just always felt connected to the story of Encanto, even though like I'm the whitest francophone French boy ever, because my family has been here for like 350 years. But like I don't know, I just felt like very connected to that story.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful story.
I didn't saw the film, but I don't like to watch films alone. So I'm available. I'm in search for a girlfriend. I'm on the market. E2.
Yes, I am.
I don't mind watching like anime alone because I know it's not like for everyone. But films in general, I like watching it with someone.
Yeah, I like watching stuff with other people, but I also like watching movies alone, and I like being alone in general as well. Like I do, like he can attest that like we live right next to each other, but we don't see each other that often because I need my space.
Yeah,
I like to be alone.
Yeah, but I like to be alone less than you. So
Yeah.
I'm always the one that asks if you want to hang out.
Yes.
Sometimes I ask and he responds to me like
the next day,
2 days later.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see the message, but you don't respond.
Yes,
and you forgot that you saw the message.
Yes, and that's a problem that I am working on it. It doesn't look like it, but I am working on it because it's also a problem at my work sometimes because I see a message, I'm like, okay, like I don't have the time or I don't have the bandwidth to respond to it right now. And it's the same in in my personal life. It's like I see it, I'm gonna respond to it later, and then I just forget.
I forgot.
I have a terrible memory, and I do apologize for that.
Oh, don't worry.
I do try to respond, but it is something I'm trying to get better at.
And I'm happy to help you try getting better because I'm always texting you. So, like yesterday, and sometimes I know he saw the message, but he forgot. So I give him some time.
I do appreciate that.
Sometimes I like, you're good up there because up there.
Yep. In heaven.
Yeah. In heaven, at the fourth
Fourth
floor.
story. Fourth floor. Yeah.
Fourth floor. I'm at third at the third floor.
With the other pores. No, I'm kidding.
my delivery guy yesterday was so dumb. First of all, I ordered McDonald's. He was on a bicycle. So what? Yesterday.
Ooh.
And what do you think my order was when it came in?
Wet.
Not because of the rain, because there was rain yesterday. Just because when he moved, my drink just toppled.
Jesus Christ.
I had the drink kind of full. It was alright, but everything was drenched except my fries and my burger.
Well, there's that at least.
There's that, but the bottom of the bag, the drink holder, um, and the guy, I received the text. Your delivery driver is struggling to find the entrance.
Bro,
Bro,
it's literally there.
there is a big door. There is a screen for the intercom,
Yep.
and you just do the apartment
Yes.
number, and I receive a call on my phone. That's it.
Yes.
So-
And like the building number is very visible. There's two. It's on top in big black letters and just a little piece of paper that's a bit more eye level.
Yeah,
Like it's obvious where you are.
yeah. And there is like the big poster of like we are available if you want to rent,
Yeah.
because there are still apartment left. So
Yep.
yeah, he called me. I don't find the entrance, bro. You look at the screen, do the apartment number, and I will open you up. I could just open up because we can call ourselves down, but I didn't want to help him. It was like 11 at night.
Oof. Yeah.
I was hungry. And after that, he stayed on the phone, and I was like, just go to the third floor, and you'll saw it. And he was on the phone during all the time. He went to the elevator, but at the elevator it cut off because of all the
Elevators,
concrete and elevators. But he was. I looked at my bullseye in my door, and he was like struggling to find the big number, like this big, saying my apartment number. So yeah, I was fully ready to take my order. I was so hungry.
I bet.
I have the dangerous habit of snacking when I come home, so I snacked a lot watching F1. And I have the best cheap snack for now, and this because this was the season. In pharmacies, they sold chocolate from Easter at a great price.
True.
Before Easter, like the big 300 grams chocolate was like $20. After Easter, it was $13, and now it is at $8. So I got like four like hockey players shaped chocolate, and I just crush them all. I give the clerk the reason because I didn't want to feel like weird about it, so I told, yeah, I have a date and we are gonna eat some chocolate fondue. So
Nice save.
yeah, nice, but it's only for me. Goth girl, am I right?
True. Well, alt girls in general,
All girl,
because
yeah,
goth girls are a very specific type of alt girls.
yeah.
But
This is the alt girl dog type.
Yep.
So yeah. Did you saw GTA 6 being pushed back?
oh wow, I didn't see that, but I'm not surprised.
But I think it's a good decision for them to make a good game,
Absolutely.
games now are like just rushed and unfinished.
Yeah, like AAA games, especially, like they suck nowadays.
Yeah.
Like I used to be like a big AAA guy. Like I always bought like the new Call of Duty, the new Assassin's Creed. But like in the last few years since I bought my Steam Deck, I kind of stopped because just indie games or small games from smaller teams are just way more better.
Smaller teams or one person.
Yeah, like Balatro is
Yeah.
an amazing game and was
Yeah.
done by one dude.
Mm.
Or Haste, it's a small studio.
Yeah. Hey,
And it's-
I made you discover
Yeah,
that.
and like I'm
Yeah.
almost done with it. I just suck for the last level.
I'm not done with it because I have so many games.
Yeah.
I told before, I started Skyrim, but I have so much games, and now we are in a big roguelike series.
Yeah.
So I have Balatro, I have
Haste.
There's kind of a roguelike.
Yeah, it is. It's like
You-
a
you-
rogue
yeah, you-
light, I would
Like,
say.
yeah, you buy some
Yeah.
you buy some equipment to upgrade, but you lose it after the run. So
Yeah, it is. I think it's considered a roguelite or like I
Yeah.
don't know the difference between the two. I think roguelikes are like you
Mm.
lose everything after each run, but I'm not sure.
uh,
Or you lose a lot of things.
you lose a lot of things, but you can keep some things
Yeah.
for the next run. That you can discover some new things in haste, and being able to buy it back in another run, but there is a lot of randomness in that. Ace is like in the back in the days there was a game called Cluster Truck.
Yeah, I mean it's made by the same company, so
Is it the same company?
yeah, it's Landfall.
Oh,
I think so. I think the Landfall made Cluster Truck as well because they made
we're gonna
the
check that.
tabs.
Yeah.
Totally accurate battle simulator. That I know for sure.
That was them.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think, but yeah, I think Cluster Truck is like one of their first
maybe.
games. But yeah, it's kind of like that, but just much more polished.
Yeah. Very fun, very satisfying game. I recommend. There is a free demo on Steam, I think.
Yeah.
So free advertisement.
Yeah.
For the 3 people that gonna watch this podcast.
But yeah, like he's good at recommending things. Like I played, like he showed me Haze. I was like, yeah, sure. Then I played for like 30 hours straight.
He played
then,
more than me.
Yeah, I played more than him.
I have like 6 hours on
Yeah.
the game.
And like also like I don't watch like that anime, but like I started watching it again because of him. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, you should watch Dungeon in Dungeon. I'm like, okay, yeah. We watched a couple episodes together, and then I finished it within a week.
Yeah.
And then he said, oh, you should watch Free Run after. I was like, all right, we watched an episode together. I was like, yeah, it's good, but I'll check it out later. And then I finished it last night. It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. And the first episode we watched of Dungeon Ninja or Delicious in Dungeon, we were high.
Oh yeah.
So bad
Yeah.
idea. Because after that,
we were so
you are
fucking hungry.
hungry.
The food looked so good.
Yeah.
Even if it's animated, it just looked bomb.
Even for Netflix
Yeah.
anime, it's good.
Yeah. Once in a while, Netflix produces good stuff, but it's rare.
Yeah, rare.
It's once in a while.
Yeah.
Or when something does good, they just cancel it.
I hope they doesn't cancel Dungeon Ninja.
Yeah.
But I think there is the second season coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming this year at some point, from what I read.
Nice.
If it's not pushed back, like so many animation projects.
Yeah, but I don't think Netflix will push back things. I don't
think so, because Arcane came out when they said like Netflix usually announces like, oh, the next season is in 2 years, and then it does happen within 2 years, but you still have to wait the 2 years.
Yeah, but
they don't push back. You're right.
They give a bigger time frame.
Yeah.
So this is the trick. If you order something, give a bigger time frame. So if it comes early, or it gives you time to prepare before launch.
Yeah.
Or before delivery. So I didn't watch Arcane.
It's really good.
But I'm not a big what is this game based?
League of Legends?
Legends.
Trash game, trash players. But Arcane, amazing show. Please don't get Arcane tattoos, because that means you have a League of Legends tattoo, and don't.
Yeah, but I heard good things.
Arcane, like watch it as in like its own thing. It's don't think about League of Legends at all when you watch it. Like it's in the setting of the League of Legends lore, but it's just a good show.
Yeah, I tried League of Legends one time.
Yeah,
it was back in the days with my cousin.
One time too much.
Yeah, one time too much. I concede, but yeah, not my type of game.
Yeah.
Back in the days, when I tried this, we were playing Hearthstone.
Ooh, yeah, Hearthstone.
Card game.
Yeah.
Good game. Now trash.
Yeah, I haven't played in so long though.
Yeah. If you want to play a game similar, you can play Pokemon TCG Pocket.
Close enough.
I opened the app like this week, and they were like all the new package, but I stopped opening everything because when the game launched, I was a premium member. I was opening fucking 20 packs a day. I didn't put much money into it, but I saw some streamers like they have 500 dollars more and more. Like there is one that is sponsored by Pokemon, so he doesn't have to put money in the game, but he like there is a limit of pack opening per day, like 100 pack opening per day, and he just each day he does is what he does is opening packs.
Good podcast. We have so much to talk about.
Yeah. Based
yeah.
on cookies.
Yes, and we've only been talking about cookies this whole time, by the way.
Yeah.
No, it's just like a premise because we thought it's kind of a bit of a gimmick, but we
just
both like cookies. Like my favorite snack is cookies in general.
And I like any snacks. So.
Yeah, and yeah, we're just two white guys that want to start a podcast anyway, and that was just
at this point anyone has a
idea.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And we are not problematic for
Yeah, and hopefully we'll never be problematic. But yeah, hopefully this is gonna be an actually good podcast and like not like some right wing like alpha male bullshit.
We are not like affiliated with anything, so
no, and like yeah, both politically we're very far from that, and like obviously we're not alpha males.
There was election last week, but
at the beginning of the week,
but didn't think much of it. It was expected.
Yeah, expecting results. I'm glad that the conservative leader lost his seat. That was very good. That was like one of the best moments.
Yeah, peak moment.
Yes,
I'm more excited about the election of the next pope than the election we had in Canada. Yeah,
I do hope it's the Filipino guy because
I
don't know. I like the Philippines.
I'm excited to see who is going to be the next pope.
Yeah, hopefully it's not one of the ultra conservatives because even though like in our personal lives the pope does not like affect us at all.
No,
but he is the pope. He is influential.
Yeah, this is a personality. He is a personality. So
yeah, and like he has influence on like Catholics all over the world. So and I have heard that like Pope Francis with his a bit more progressive views ish because he did say the F slur, but like us gays, we appreciate it. We thought it was funny. Like he had the pass. Plus, yeah,
he was a great pope.
He was a good pope. So I hope we get another good pope. But I guess we'll see.
The Pope Francis came in Quebec City like last year, or 2 years before.
Yeah, not too long because I think he was doing a tour of Canada. I know he went in Alberta.
Yeah.
So I think it was around that same time, and that was like a year and a half ago. I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, maybe. And I remember there were like a Jeep Wrangler Pope Mobile. Was awesome.
Perfect for the Canadian Canadian roads or Quebec roads for specific.
Quebec roads, yeah, we have awful roads.
Yeah,
but no toll roads.
That's true. We probably should though, but
but
because it's more. That is a very complex conversation that we don't have to have on this silly ass podcast.
But at least you don't really pay for the roads. You personally, because you don't have your driver's license and you don't have a car.
That's true. That's not entirely true because like also like municipal, all random taxes. Like I do pay for the roads, just not as much as someone that has.
You pay less because, and I pay less too because a good chunk of at least I heard that for California. I think it's kind of the same things in Quebec. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can correct me, no worries. I won't look at the comments.
I will.
I will look too. But there is a tax on the fuel, and this tax pays for the roads. But I drive an electric car because I had the occasion to buy an electric car, not a Tesla.
Just another Nazi car.
Yeah, a Nazi car. I drive a Volkswagen e-Golf, so yeah, I love my little Solange. But yeah, so I don't pay for gas. I just pay for license plate and my driving license. Yeah. But driving license are cheaper. Like at the start of 3 years ago, they started to like to drop the prices. Like it's $25 for the driver's license. Before that, it was like 170.
Holy.
But license plates are
Yeah, they're expensive.
like this year's. I paid like 250 or 250. I cannot fathom about my brother who has a car, a gas car, and a motorcycle
Yeah,
too.
that motorcycles are so expensive.
Yeah.
Well, not the motorcycles themselves, but like all the admin stuff, like
Yeah, the plates
the
are
plates.
like 300
Yeah,
bucks.
and just in Quebec, getting the driver's license for a motorcycle. I don't know if it's changed the last few years, but it is a very difficult license to get.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's not cheap.
it's not
like
cheap either.
1,000.
Yeah, which I think is good because it is a leisure vehicle.
Yeah,
But I also do think that like they're the most in danger rather than the other
Yeah.
the other vehicles. And like here, if you're on two wheels, the cars will hate you. If you're on two
Yeah.
wheels or you're on foot, the people hate you. And some with good reason. There are good
Even
reasons.
if you're in a car, people will hate you too.
Yeah.
Me included. But I still want to do my motorcycle license
I didn't
someday.
know you wanted to do that.
Someday, but I don't want my brother have like a more sporty bike. I don't want a sporty bike. I'm more like a classic,
like a custom
custom
yeah.
coffee shop style motorcycle. So more just to chill, not to race, not to do
Yeah.
anything dangerous.
Yeah, that's my dad. That he's more of like a custom, like a bit. I think the one he has right now is a bit sporty. And
Yeah.
then my brother had like a Honda CBR 600,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah, sports bike.
sports bike.
Uh,
And then he got scammed when he sold it, but that's a story for another day.
and when we were talking about license plate, I was thinking also about my other brother that just sold his Golf GTI to buy Chevrolet Silverado, so a big pickup. He works in plumbing,
Yeah.
so need it. And he bought my dad's camper, so camper trailer. So he had to buy a truck to pull.
Yeah, you don't really have
camper
a
trailer.
choice.
So yeah, you have to pay for the license plate for his truck and for
The camper.
the camper trailer. So my dad almost gave it to him. He sold it for 8K, and he asked my brother to give him at least 1K a year, no interest.
That's a great deal.
That's a great deal.
That's a parent deal.
Yeah. The camper is not new. It's like 8 or 10 years old, and it went far. We used to go in America a couple of times a year when I was young, and we did a big like we did all the north states, the west state, the north, the south states, and back in the east. So we did like the big round. It was we took like 2 months to do it. We stayed at Yellowstone. We stayed at Malibu. My favorite place then was in New Mexico. We went to Las Cruces, and it was so calm. So this is what I liked about this city. It was calm. There were no excessive lights. There were no buildings. You can see you saw the stars in the sky.
That's so
no
great.
light. Yeah, it was so good, and we stayed up like really late. I smoked my first cigar there. I was
You mean you were 18 years old,
18,
right?
18. No,
Yeah.
no nicotine. But yeah.
Yeah, no nicotine. Yeah, we smoked cigars back in the day when we were like 18, 19,
18.
actually 18, 19,
Yeah,
around those
yeah.
age, like
We
when we
used
went
to
camping and stuff like
we went
that.
camping.
Like these like majorette, I think.
Yeah,
cigars.
they were called majorette. They were like only leaf cigars. So
Yeah, and they were like I think vanilla flavored, if I remember correctly.
there was a
something like
little
that.
flavor on the outside.
Yeah. It was not like super strong.
no.
And yeah, I've smoked a couple cigarettes as well with my old tattoo artist. Bad influence for other reasons.
I did
on
that.
top
You
of
that. I did.
But yeah, the cigarettes are awful. I hate
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
They're not.
Weed is better.
Yeah, weed's better. I much prefer weed.
Yes. Sometimes we just text each other. Weed time, and I just go up.
Yeah, and we go on my patio. We just
Yeah.
smoke a joint.
Because I don't have a patio.
Yeah, that's true.
But you have a patio, and
Yeah.
I give you some furniture.
That's
patio
true.
furniture.
Some very
Yes.
high quality,
High quality.
and I paid so much for it.
So dry.
It was like $3.99, which is a good price
No, I give him for free,
Yeah.
and yeah,
for now.
keep it as long as you want.
Yeah, I'll keep it until I find something that,
Yeah, and
or until it breaks.
Yeah, when you find something, you can just throw it out.
Yeah, or we could maybe
Donate it.
maybe take like the
Yeah.
M House. I forget the name. Maybe the
Comptoir Emmaüs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll see. We'll see what it ends up looking like, and then
Yeah.
make a decision. Because I would rather give stuff away rather than just throw it away if it's still functional.
Yeah,
Obviously.
if it breaks, just throw it
Yeah,
away.
yeah, of course.
But if
no
it's
doubt.
still standing, we can give it. Yeah, that's not far.
No, we could walk. Well, no, be a shit walk, but
That made me think of your old TV. It was not that old, not that broke.
yeah.
I sent you a reel recently that
Yes, the destruction room.
yeah, we should have done that because
Yeah.
there is one in Saint Foy, so we could have did that.
Yeah,
But now it's in
it's
the
in the
Eco Center.
Yep, in the I don't know. Yeah, Eco Center. I don't
Eco
know.
Center, yeah,
The dump.
the dump. So when we went there, the toll guy, the tally guy, asked me, "What do you bring?" I just respond, "A broken TV." Of course, it's broken because
we would be throwing away a working TV.
Yeah, and we did go back after to throw out some tires because my tires were done, my winter tires. Because in Quebec City you have to change tires each season, so
Yes.
you have to buy 2 sets of tires. Very expensive.
God, I'm so glad I don't have a car. It's so many expensive that I don't have to worry about. Like it is a bit more complicated to get around, but since we live downtown, like I could get pretty much anywhere by walking.
And
or
you
by
move
bus.
more than me too. You have to go work in Montreal like a couple of days a
Yeah.
month, but you go by train.
Yeah, which is I love the train. I don't love the way it's being managed and the way it works in Canada overall, but I love having like access to a train
Yeah.
to be able to travel rather than just taking a bus because buses suck.
Yeah. I never rode a train.
We could do that someday. It's fun. It's chill. It's like it like even economy class in a train is basically the equivalent to business class in an airplane, which is awesome. And a business class in a train is like first class in a plane, which is pretty nice. And like it's roomier, it's more chill. Like you don't your ears don't get plugged. You just hear the little chug of the rails, which is really relaxing as well.
Do you have like other passengers beside you when you ride a train?
Usually, yeah. Like in the economy, there's only 2x2 seats.
2x2.
Yeah. But in business class, you do have the option. It's 2x1, so you can. But you used to be able to just book that, but now you have to pay a little extra, obviously, because
because you take another seat.
Yeah.
But we have to go to Montreal like in October, so you're gonna see Parcels live.
Yeah.
So eager to go,
Yeah.
but maybe we're gonna have to go by car.
Yeah, because it's in Laval rather than
Yeah.
Montreal proper, I think.
Yeah.
But we'll figure out the logistics by then.
Yeah,
we have time.
Because with my car, I love my car, but it has 200 kilometers, this in miles, of autonomy. So we have to stop at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna have to stop at Neuville, at Trois-Rivières, um, between Trois-Rivières and Montreal too. But it's not a logistic, but we have a whole day
Yeah,
to ride. So, but I think I have to buy the parking because I didn't bought it
that's right.
when I bought the ticket. But I think it's $20, so I'm just gonna pay it. Yeah. And this year we wanted to go see more shows.
We've
So,
been to one so
to one so
far.
far. Last
I mean,
month.
now we're settled in our apartments,
Yeah.
and I do look like often to see like what is going on like close by,
Mm-hmm.
because like small, especially small shows,
Yeah.
like they're so fun. There's so much energy, and like you're just like right there with the artist,
Mm-hmm.
and like
We
especially
saw
the
Bonanza.
yeah,
Last,
such a good artist, such a
yeah,
good like stage presence.
yeah. He did the Rona, which is a hardware store commercial, and everyone like sing the song. um, but yeah, Bonanza was really great, and I don't look often for shows, but you have my full. I trust you. You have my full trust for that. So yeah,
Yeah, we have similar taste in music.
yeah, yeah.
They do diverge a little bit in different directions,
Sometimes, but
overall, like we like weird shit, so we
yeah. So we like groovy stuff, like Parcels, like
jungle.
Jungle, yeah, and Gab sometimes listen more like Nickelback and.
Well, I haven't listened to Nickelback in a long time.
Sorry for assuming that, but what do you listen
I mean,
generally?
it depends.
Yeah.
Like every week, every day, sometimes I change it up.
Mhm.
But like in general, if it's groovy, if it's reminiscent of like 2000s pop punk
Mhm.
slash rock,
Like My Chemical Romance.
yeah, and that kind of thing. And there are really good like new bands like Good Terms and The Paradox that are amazing, like new like pop punk artists. Well, and like metal genres are fake anyway. I hate genres because like especially with new music. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go on a bit of a tangent. Fuck genres. Don't use genres anymore because it means nothing now for new music, for a
Yeah.
lot of music.
Mhm.
Because like you hear like there's this YouTube channel called Musora, and they have like small artists come and like do covers of a song, and then they also have a show where they play their own songs.
Mhm.
And like almost every time, every time the host asks like, how would you describe your music, and they usually say like 5 different genres, which
Yeah.
is fine because it describes what they do.
Now they mix everything.
Yeah, and then usually like in the like they call it the uncovered episode where they just play their own music, they also like talk about their music and stuff. And oftentimes they like the artists themselves say that like fans say that, oh no, you're not a punk band, you're metalcore, or no, you're not metalcore, you're hardcore, whatever.
Mhm.
So like what's the point if like no one agrees with what music is? What's the point of genre? And like so many the best artists in my opinion make music that like is not doesn't really fit that well into a box.
Yeah, and some musicians just do music for fun, not to
Exactly.
be in one genre. Because one group I like very much is Thank You Scientist. So
Yeah.
they do like some rock, but some jazz, some groove. Because there is saxophone, there is metal parts. The drummer is insane. It's more like my style of rock, a bit of metal too,
Yeah.
because Hailstorm, pirate metal. But yeah, we our taste in music like combine really well, I think.
Yeah, it's very eclectic, I like to
Yeah.
say. Like it's kind of all over the place, but
Mhm.
like some days, ah, fit shit. I feel like like listening to like EDM or
Yeah.
electronic music because I don't fucking know the difference between all of them. uh, or like, yeah, and even like when we went to see Bonanza, I was kind of wary about a couple songs because they were more towards like country,
Yeah.
but like it fit well, and like
Yeah.
I like Good
It was
country is
groovy
good.
country, and the singer Bonanza is really good to bring a vibe.
Yeah.
So
And especially those songs were more like about his relationship with his father, and I think he comes from
yeah,
like a more like farm-ish place,
rural
like
place.
rural
Yeah,
place. So like
where I came from too. So
yeah, so it
I
made
can relate.
sense. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I lived in Alberta, like I went to the
Mhm.
Stampede almost every year, like but like
The Stampede.
yeah,
We don't have that in Quebec City.
no, it's a Calgary only thing.
But yeah, uh, but I usually hate country music, like classic country music.
Well,
This is a I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. For me, like I know it's very like not conservative, but it's very like my opinion. But every song sound the same. It's about my I hate my wife.
I love
I
my truck.
I
I
love
love
my
my
truck.
horse.
I work with cows.
Yes.
I wear
Meanwhile, they're like fucking millionaires that never step foot in a ranch.
yeah.
Like my problem with country is like country from post 9/11. It's not even a joke because before 9/11 you had like good country songs that were about like workers' rights, that were about like
Yeah, country roads.
country roads, that were like folk songs basically. But
Yeah,
then 9/11
worker
happened and
songs.
like country music became like uber conservative, and like a lot of the songs are very similar,
Yeah.
and a lot of them are just completely disingenuous.
Mhm. It's like rap for me. I don't listen to much rap because it's all the same. It's talking about the hood, guns, and violence.
But
I
like
know
again,
some
there's a lot of
there is a lot.
variety.
So,
So
but it's not a style that I'm going to listen by myself. I will appreciate it if we are like in a party or we are together and you listen to some rap. I have a bit of rap. If I listen to Gorillaz sometimes, and there is rap inside
yeah.
because Gorillaz is one guy,
What?
like the one like
Like
this
Tame
big.
Impala?
Yes, it's just
That's
one guy,
crazy.
but it's like one or two guys, and they have a lot of featuring of features. We saw them at the Festival d'été de Québec back in the days.
Back in the day, and like one of their features was really not my taste personally. It was it was Danny Brown,
Danny Brown,
and the other one I forget her name. It was like it started with a K, but she was good.
yeah,
She was really good.
she was good, but Danny Brown,
Yeah, not my thing.
I did not like his tone. Is like he's singing with his nose, so
Yeah, like the music really bothered me. Not my thing, but you know.
if you listen to his songs, close your eyes and think about Waluigi.
Oh my god, that's so true.
This is how he sings. So
Live at least. I don't know
yeah,
his actual music what
no,
sounds like, but like
it's like that too.
it's like that too. Okay, yeah, not my thing.
I think we've checked that before.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just remember the live performance that was awful. But the Garage show itself was really good.
Yeah,
And
because
like in the show he was good.
yeah,
Same with I know it's not Khaleesi, but I have Khaleesi. It's Kelani?
maybe.
Kelani or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It sucks that I don't remember because she was really good.
I don't remember names of artists.
Me too. I'm so bad. I'm getting better because I'm getting more interested in just. Oh, that's a big stretch.
Big stretch right there. But it's like for actress and actors, I don't remember names.
Me neither. Or like when someone says like, "Oh, have you heard whatever song by whatever artist?" I'm like, "No." Then they show it to me. It's like, "Oh yeah, I know it."
Yeah,
or
I
do you know like that actor? Like, no. Then they show me. Okay, yeah, I know who that is. Especially for like local people, like in Quebec, like
Yeah,
because I mean I didn't grow up here, so but like I did watch a lot of Quebec TV, but like I didn't know the
even that.
actors.
Yeah.
I know the characters they play, but not the actors behind.
And for me, we didn't had like cables. We had like the generic 304 channels. So, sorry, big grunt. So we had like Télé Québec. We had Radio Canada. We had TQS back in the days. That now is Nouveau.
Oh.
For a bit, it was Z-Tele. But yeah, we had like this tree because my parents didn't want to pay for like Teletoons or brainwashing, like Canal D, Canal V, Canal D, Zest, or what is the other one? History Channel. But later, when we were older, they did pay for them, and we watched like Pawn Star always. But yeah, I don't. I remember watching TV when I was young, but I was not really a TV child.
No.
I was more like a video game child, and I have two brothers, and I am the oldest one and the smallest one.
True.
And
He's like 6'1",
6'1",
Yeah.
and my younger brother is 6'5", but he could have been taller, but he was medicated in school for ADHD, so the
It stunted his growth.
it's slowed
Okay.
it, and he like topped, uh, but in the chart with the or specialist, he was off the chart for the height. So, but yeah, him he likes to go outside. He's always outside. We grew up like with fields around the house and close to the Saint Laurent
River.
river. So we were always outside, but sometimes I wanted to stay inside. And the middle child, he liked gaming too, and he liked being outside. So we were like fighting to have. um, maybe you see him sometimes, maybe. Um, but yeah, now it's changed because we are older. I'm 26, but 27 like next week.
Yeah.
And younger is 22, I think.
Like that.
Oh well, I'm
Early
a terrible
20s, early to mid 20s. Well,
Yeah.
including he's like what, 24.
I'm the
25?
only child in the 90s.
Oh God,
This is 2001.
that's crazy.
But yeah,
Because I'm the youngest of 3 children as well. I have 2 other siblings, and they're both older. I have an older sister and an older brother.
and they are much older than you.
My brother is 6 years older than me,
Oh, okay.
and my sister is 4.5 years older than me.
Mm.
So quite a bit of
Yeah.
like between us, we have quite a bit of a difference. Like I'm the only one that's still in his 20s. Both my brother and sister are in their 30s,
You're
and they
28,
both
yeah.
have children.
Yeah, you're 27, right?
Yeah, 27.
And yeah, I have like 2.5, 3 years with,
Yeah, you're quite.
but are like 18 months apart because a surprise child.
I was technically a surprise child, a welcome surprise, but for darker reasons. Because yeah, let's just say that there were a couple miscarriages before me.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah, I was the rainbow child. In more ways than one. But my family don't know that. But yeah.
we like to tease saying he's adopted because he's the only blonde child. But now he's more like Shawtime than blonde.
That's true.
But
yeah, he
now
was really blonde as a kid. I remember
really.
that.
But looking at photos of my parents, they were blonde when they were young too. So
Okay.
Felix and I are the adopted child. But
No,
yeah,
you look like your parents. You both look like your parents.
Yeah.
all 3 of you look like them.
we've looked at photos last week with my mom, and my mom was like, "You really look like your dad." I more look like my mom.
Yeah.
And I more look like the side of my mom because I have an aunt that I really look like my aunt, and I have darker skin, and when I go to the sun, I become really, really tan. So I guess it's more like the side of the family.
As we were talking about, we've been talking about cookies this whole time.
So
Um, so we're gonna review the Chips Ahoy cookies that we ate like one in the beginning.
yeah, I
Uh,
had like 3 during the episode.
oh, did you? I had. Oh, I had 2. I had one.
Yeah.
The one with the milk and one without.
Mhm. So we're gonna have we're gonna do a tier list of cookies that we tried, and we have like
Different criteria.
different criteria. So we're gonna have overall taste, overall presentation. We're gonna
Texture.
have texture,
And dippability.
dippability. So overall cookie.
Mm, for me, it's like it's not completely bland. Like it does have it. It tastes like a Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
And there's no like other cookies that taste like that. I feel like it's just Chips Ahoy. But the taste itself is
Yeah. There is the like
of-
Kirkland brand cookie from Costco that
that were probably Chips Ahoy anyway.
yeah, but bigger.
But bigger. So for me, it's kind of like middle of the road, but like not that.
Not up there.
No, it's like
Like a C
yeah,
for the general cookie. I think so too, because it's a good cookie. I'm happy when there are Chips Ahoy, but I will not go out of my way to buy Chips Ahoy. But yes, it's a good general cookie. It's a sugar cookie with chocolate chips, so it's a win combination.
yeah. And with milk, it's great.
Yeah.
But,
So, but it's very like general.
yeah, like for me, the taste, it's like 5.5.
Yeah,
out of
so 5.5 for
Yeah.
you. I'm gonna go with 6. So good cookie. It's not bland. It's not
No,
boring to eat. It's like a bit more. So
for me, it's just half a point
yeah,
over bland.
for me it's 1 point. So and presentation. So like we've talked at the start of the episode, in my memory they were bigger.
Yes, me too. I thought they were a bit bigger.
So like shrinkflations, and they also have this packaging with like resealable seal, but they have 6 cookies. So I think back in the days they were like 10 barrows.
I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember the amount of cookies I just ate. But yeah, just in their current form, I think they're a bit too small, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But like, it's not like a terrible size either. Like you can eat it in a bite or two.
and I don't know why Ahoy. Where does Ahoy came from?
I mean, pirates, I guess, or
Yar.
matey, like seaman, not seaman,
No.
but seaman.
Seaman. Yeah, I think.
Because
But
ahoy, like land ahoy, like there's land over there. So maybe it's
yeah,
like,
so
oh,
Chips
there's
Ahoy,
chips,
there's
there's
chips.
there's chocolate chips in there
Yeah.
on the horizon.
I guess, but
But-
I don't see the point.
Yeah, I don't
Oreos are their own things.
Yeah,
So for presentation, I'm gonna go with like 5.
yeah, I agree.
C,
Yeah, 5.
middle of the road.
Yeah,
All right. I'm gonna go with dippability.
I think we can do I think we should
Texture?
finish with dippability.
Okay.
I
So
think we should go texture.
texture.
For me, it's way too dry. It's
Yeah.
such a dry cookie. And like there's no like on its own, there's nothing to make it less dry. Like for example, Oreos, like at least there's the cream, so like it's a bit better. And like when cookies look like that, I expect them to be soft. Like if like there was no packaging around, I saw this cookie, like, oh, it's gonna be a soft cookie, which is great, but it's like a rock, but it's not too hard. It is dry, but not too hard.
It dries the mouth
Yes.
when you eat it. So this is what I'm
For
thinking
me,
about.
it's like texture is like a 4.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Uh, yeah, I think so too. Very dry, good with milk though.
Yeah, that was I was waiting for that point.
Surprisingly,
For dippability, I don't. I'm still thinking about the score, but
yeah.
with milk, it's great.
I like the chocolate chips, but the first one that I got, they it didn't have any chocolate chips on top. So
It's crazy.
there was maybe inside. I didn't look because I it's a one bite, but
Yeah, and mine were just like all on one side on the first cookie.
yeah, yeah. The second one I took was great. It was like a showroom cookie, but I think I'm gonna go with 4.5.
For dippability?
No, for
Oh,
texture.
for texture. Okay,
Because I'm
sorry.
gonna give it a
I
score
thought we moved on, but my
because
bad.
very dry. Um, Chocolate helps a bit, but yeah, I had to take a sip of milk after that, so
Yeah.
revealing that we had milk. So 4.5 and 4 for you.
Yeah.
Right? All right. I'm gonna tell you the score after. And for dippability, I'm very surprised.
Me too.
For dippability, like I said, I didn't ate much Chips Ahoy's in my life, so it never occurs to me to dip it. So
But yeah, from my memory, I thought that Chips Ahoy were like basically disintegrating into milk like as soon as you put it in, basically. Like, but it surprisingly held up.
Yeah.
Like when I was and I like dunked it for like a few seconds, like probably longer than I should
yeah,
have.
like 20 seconds.
Yeah, and like when I came out, like it was very soft. It was still very good.
Yeah.
But it didn't like break into pieces into the milk. So yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. I think it's great. It's a great cookie with milk.
Yeah, for
Like
I
I would
agree
see
with that.
Santa Claus eating like that.
yeah. This is a very Santa
Yeah.
Clausy cookie.
Yeah.
And for the dippability, for me, I'm gonna go with like a 9
Yeah, I was
because
thinking.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I was thinking like 8 or 9, but I think I'm comfortable going with the 9 as well.
Yeah. So here's our here are the charts,
The ranks.
the ranks, and for the general notes. And Gab, we will do like a tier list after that. We're gonna put here. Does this? I have a lot of key framing.
Editor, which is him. Look, make it big and small right there.
No.
You're so boring.
You know the meme of Bugs Bunny saying
No. Yes. Every time I say just no, that's the meme I go to. I'm like, no. Like when you asked for help when you couldn't shit.
Yeah.
After the training.
I used to edit and I'm very rusty, so the first edit will be very simple.
That's fair.
Don't worry, I will learn along the way, and maybe you can help too.
No. No, of course.
Fuck.
And if you want an unpaid internship,
Hey,
we're kidding.
and maybe a spot here.
Right there.
Yeah, on my
You're...
scuffed ass.
What do you mean? It's texture. It's meant to look like that. Like
I love this couch.
It's a great. It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
But I would not be naked on it because it is a
No,
leather couch.
you're gonna have leather in your butthole.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching.
Yes.
And see you for another cookie review sometimes. Bye.
Bye.